The following program is rated TV MA LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences.
They gave me my theme music!
This is a Planet Fanatics production.
What up and what's going on, everyone? Appreciate everybody being here. Music is loud as shit. What up and what's going on, everyone? Appreciate everybody being here. Music is loud. Sorry. Music's loud. All right. We appreciate everybody being here this evening. There's been a lot of things going on in the news these past few hours, especially in regards to Fantastic Four, that we're going to jump into and dive with you guys in. But Q is here. Q, how have you been since the last time everybody saw you?
Oh, you know, working, fucking slave. Dead ass. I'm trying to think of when the last time I was here. Watching March Madness, men and women's.
Oh yeah, that's been
working. A lot of dog stuff. A lot of working on business stuff. A lot of shit's about to happen this year. I mean, I know I told you when we talked that he said my mic is off.
Probably needs to be turned up.
Or up, but I know last time we linked up, I talked about fucking needing to coach and shit, and so we need to get all that fast tracked.
You said needing to coach?
Yes, bro. Just that shit is just a big urge in life. I'm sure you know.
I assume they can hear you.
Is my mic a little better now? Who said blue? Who said blue? Oh, well, shit, I heard myself. Anyways, yeah, no, the last time we linked up, just talked to you about the urge to coach and shit, and
yours is keep going. I'm gonna have Henry connect and fix it.
Okay, bet. It's just, you know, watching poorly coached fucking anything, it kind of just pisses me off. I don't know why, but yeah, no, deadass just got a lot of shit in the works for outside of my 9-to-5 job, and then turned 22 in like 2 weeks. Birthday coming up. Getting older. What else have I been on? I'm trying to just keep talking and think. I don't know. I ain't been doing shit else.
Yeah. I mean, mine's still always the same. I've just been working. That's it. Working. Hating my job. Not wanting to do my job. And you know, the thing about my job, for those of you that don't know, I work in customer service, and this is not like my first rodeo in customer service. I think that's the extent of my resume is probably customer service. But surprising.
That's what I was about to say.
But it is very hard being, you know, working in customer service because, like, you know, just today, I'm not going to go into the story, but just today I wanted to cuss a bitch out. It's really hard. It is really hard, and I have to, you know, keep this professional, like, because my calls are being recorded, but if them calls wasn't being recorded, would you get cussed the fuck out?
Man, something I think a lot of us do hate our 9-to-5s, but I don't really, like, hate my shit that bad. You know, it's not hard. The thing I hate about my job is the managers swear like you're their child or some shit, and so they're giving orders, this, that, go do this, go do that. I've never been that type of nigga. Like, not even like, it's all, even mom, like, I hope my mom ain't watching because she don't think I'm crazy, but even like my mom knows, like, it's better to go question based than ordering me around or some shit. Just cause like I don't know.
I don't like that.
That shit don't sit right with me when you think I have to go do something or have like. I mean, like there are some things that I have to do. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a simple fact of like I don't at work. I don't know you. You don't know. You don't even know how old I am. You probably don't even know my name because on like my badge it just says Q. Like I don't have my government name. Like and so. I hate how they just be ordering me around and fucking do this, do that. And so, they got written up like 2 days ago because I wasn't listening to that shit. Like, walked off. So,
yeah.
Probably need to find a new job soon, honestly.
No, that's how mine is. Give me just a second with Q.
Ugh. Let me see. Q can't wait to... Bro. Chill, I'm not gonna lie.
Can you connect real quick and fix Q's mic?
I haven't listened to a Taylor Swift song since his album Red. I don't fucking know. With 22 and I don't know. I think it was in like 7th grade.
You get on the live and you'll hear it.
Let me know when I tell you.
I'm having all these technical difficulties. Like my camera, wave in front of your camera, Q, because your camera, there you go. Because your camera stopped.
That shit stay doing that shit.
It did it again. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, technical difficulties. Is it a Planet Fan Extreme if there's not technical difficulties? Q, say something. I think Henry's watching.
Marvelise said, I think, we gotta scroll up a little bit. Birthday is Saturday. Happy early birthday. You know, yeah, birthday in like 2 weeks on 4/20. So, y'all know what I'll be doing. Chilling. Are we gonna have a magical... I can't tonight. My ass gotta go to work at fucking...
What's the watch party?
2 to 4 a.m.
What's even out?
Magical Black People watch party tonight.
Oh, is this the Magical Negroes?
Thingy. Yeah. I think. Steve said, gotta do what you gotta do. I became self-employed years ago. Got tired of working for someone else.
Oh, I'm working on that.
That's all it is. It's like...
I'm working on that.
I mean, I can... It's not working for someone else, because I've had jobs I've enjoyed that I, like... Small businesses. So
you hear it, Henry?
You know, there's some people that you can enjoy working for, but it's just the big corporations and the general jobs you get in life to succeed.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'd rather be doing that shit on my own and employing people and helping more. You can always help more.
Sounds like it's coming through my mic more than his, but
when you're doing that shit yourself. Dan said on everything, if this is another report about Blade being delayed in any way, shape, or fashion, any hype I got left is dead.
Okay, after this, another.
Get to that.
Well, I'll call you back later because we'll have to fix that sometime. But okay.
Grace said, born on 4/20, Q, you're the luckiest. I mean, see, that's what, you know, I get 2 things when I tell people my birthday's on 4/20. And it's usually the weed thing. Oh, for real? I know you. And then the other one is for some reason, you know, that's Hitler's birthday. And I'm like, why the fuck do y'all niggas just know that shit?
I didn't know that till you just said that.
I swear, like it's half and half. Like,
I did not know
oh,
that.
I know you be smoking on your, you know that's Hitler's birthday. I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay, we'll dive in. We'll dive into what we got to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about, we'll get this out of the way because I said not everybody in here is. I know that. I know Q is not like that at all. So, but the Tales of the Jedi trailer did drop today. Actually, you know what? We'll bypass Tales. And the only reason we're going to bypass Tales is simply because I feel like most everybody has seen the trailer that dropped earlier today. It is going to be following Barriss, and I did say Tales of the Jedi, my fault, Tales of the Empire. It is going to be following Barriss and picking up, that's to me the most interesting thing that I saw from the trailer was the fact that it's going to be following Barriss and getting to see where Barriss has been all this time. The only thing that I don't really care for is the Morgan Elsbeth. I mean, I like Morgan, she's fine and everything like that. I just didn't really care to have that story. The the only thing that makes that story interesting for me is Thrawn in Clone Wars animation. Seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn in Clone Wars animation was super dope. Seeing whatever it is, how him and Morgan met, sure, okay. I don't really still don't understand how she is a Night Sister. She doesn't look shit like them. She just looks like the actress. So I'm not really sure. I guess we're gonna learn some things there with Morgan. But I loved seeing the Grand Inquisitor. He looked great in Clone Wars animation as well. Seeing some of the Inquisitors that we've seen in other shows, like the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, or from the Inquisitor that Ahsoka killed in Tales of the Jedi. He was also there, and I believe it's the second or seventh sister. She was also in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and I think that was Maruk, the Inquisitor that was in the Ahsoka show. So seeing all of them lined up there as Vader walked in, of course, it isn't Star Wars if it doesn't have Vader in it. That's the only way they can get you really drawn back in. But yeah, it looks dope. It looks dope. I can't wait to see that. I didn't expect it. I did not know that was coming so soon. We knew that they were doing like a Tales of the Sith or a Tales of the Jedi type of, or Tales of the we thought it was going to be Tales of the Sith type of story, but yeah, it looks dope. So May the 4th is when that drops. It's going to be 6 shorts that are going to all premiere on the same day, so you'll be able to binge all of those. So it looks pretty interesting. But yeah, for my Star Wars fans, D Stizzle, I know you saw it, Gray, I know you saw it, Dan, I know you were talking about it, so it looks like it's going to be pretty dope. Yeah, I don't care about Morgan's backstory either. Doesn't seem interesting at all. But yeah, so we'll move here. We'll move here to the Marvel stuff now. Everything that's going on in Marvel. So before we get to the bigger news that is going on in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, we'll talk about the confirmed projects that are coming for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, we've talked quite a bit about canceled shows, or shows that we thought were going to be canceled, or shows that we had heard, or thought that were going to be canceled due to what Bob Iger had said when he said, we quietly canceled projects. A lot of people assumed some of those projects were Vision Quest. Some people assumed that that project was Wonder Man, and a few other projects like Armor Wars and things like that. But it looks like Armor Wars is still on the table. So these are projects that are coming for the MCU. Okay, Wonder Man is done, and they're in the editing processes currently. Agatha is done and also in the editing process. Ironheart done and in the editing process. Daredevil Season 1 is done. Season 2 will begin filming November 24th, or November 2024 in New York. So they're going to start that later this year. Thunderbolts right now filming in Atlanta. We all saw the video that Florence Pugh gave, where she was, walking behind the scenes, showing us some of the things that she could show us. She showed us the vault that the Sentry's going to be in, and a few other things like that. So she looks good in the suit. Again, Thunderbolts is still one I have to see a trailer for, but Thunderbolts is also coming. Captain America Brave New World, we've heard all the crazy shit about Brave New World. We've recently talked about that, about the reshoots and everything going on. They're going to begin filming May 26th in Atlanta, and this is going to be filming after all of the rewrites, after showing the movie to audiences, and audiences saying, what the fuck, all the things we heard. We don't even know if some of the things we heard originally are still going to be happening. I don't know if Hulk's in it. We know that Red Hulk is. I don't know if Ruffalo is or not. We don't know if Scar is. We don't know if She-Hulk. All those rumors about because we thought it was going to be that Hulk film. There was also the rumors that he was going to build a small Avengers team within the film. The leader's in it. Serpent Society is no longer in it. So we'll have to wait and see exactly what that is. But Julius Ona is still directing it. Fantastic Four is going to start filming this summer, August of this summer, and they're going to be filming in London. Blade is supposedly supposed to start filming fall 2024, also in London. I thought that had gotten moved to Atlanta, but maybe it was ex-Atlanta moved to London. And then we had also heard that Spider-Man 4 Fast Tracked is going to start filming fall 2024. Currently looking for a director. The director that they wanted for it, I forget his name. I think he's going to be directing the new Matrix film. So if he is directing the Matrix film, then that obviously puts him out of this film. So there've been a lot of people talking online about who could possibly be the new director for Spider-Man 4. Spider-Man 4 is also coming. Shang-Chi 2 is coming early 2025. Armor Wars is also coming early 2025. And Avengers 5 is coming 2025 and going to be filming in London as well. So all the upcoming projects for Marvel. And what we've got coming.
It's still not anything overwhelmingly exciting, in my opinion. Like, it's maybe we have a couple, like, I can't sit here and say I'm not excited for... I'm excited to watch Cap and see what it is, and I can't say it's going to be good, but I am excited to go see what it is and what it's about, and honestly, it's kind of... And with Deadpool, it's kind of honestly about the integration of the old... I guess they've established the timeline, so I can say MCU days with the old X-Men characters and the leader coming back from the first Hulk, and so some of that kind of piques my interest on how they want to integrate some of the older characters, and if it's going to be another same old story, the leader dies, kind of how Gore, every villain does in Marvel movies and shit like that, and so those are kind of things that I'm like, I want to see and what happens and shit, but it's not like I'm sitting here telling people, oh, this is going to be good, this is going to be... It's kind of just like nerdy fandom, honestly, and if you're going to get excited for that stuff, but it's like, honestly, the same old story, just because we're always saying we know Deadpool is going to be here, be good, or shit, should be good, going to be exciting for sure, but it really starts with Cap. But it's like, as I think about it more, it's like, all of it has potential to be exciting stuff. It's just the fact that the beginning of the storyline is just so butchered, like Ant-Man this and fucking the Kang shit, and there's so much shit that's just... Thor Love and Thunder was bad. It's just, I don't know, it's just so much shit that whenever you don't make good first impressions, it's hard to kind of make that fucking 3-1 comeback lead. Like, that's why it hasn't been done too often. And so... I don't know, I'm excited to see a lot of the shit that they're going to come out with, but I'm more so excited to see that if they're going to actually make that 180 in what they've been doing, and because a lot of the stuff that's been coming out has been good. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie, like, a lot of the stuff I've been seeing on Twitter or Instagram and shit like that, it's been good for the most part, and so it's not like I want to sit here and hate on them or anything, but it's just same old story, honestly. You got to honestly come out and prove it. And the thing that sucks is like we're gonna be saying that for so long because nothing really comes out until Deadpool and then fucking end of the year next year. And so another thing is, though, there's stuff, I don't know, hopefully they kind of pique all the excitement with knowing James Gunn went to DC and knowing that that's all going to be exciting, and there's kind of competition now. And so I don't know, competition always breeds excellence, in my opinion. Like, nothing wrong with competition unless you're not a competitor, just like getting your ass beaten. I don't see that from either Feige, Disney, James Gunn. I mean, I'm pretty sure DC's ready to make that turn. So hopefully Marvel's ready as well to get back on that right track, because honestly, I mean, can't think of, like, we need that. Like, there's not too many good movies coming out outside of the, like, comic books. There's some shit coming out, but there's not like, oh, we're going to go pack the box office tonight and everyone's going to go watch this and talk about it. So, my fault. Didn't mean to ramble and shit, but...
No, they've got some good ones. I mean, one that I'm actually really... that I didn't think I was going to be... well, I'm not going to say I didn't think I was going to be excited for it, because I was one that was talking about it and excited for it on the channel before... when it was first announced, the rumored of it being announced and things like that, and that's Fantastic Four. I'm actually really, I'm really curious to see what they're doing with the Fantastic Four, and it's not just a curious, like I'm judging, but I'm not just judging like that. Like, I'm curious, like I actually want to sit down and see, like, I want to see all the things we've heard about it. I want to see this different timeline. I want to see how they portray the first family. I want to see Galactus and everything, and just all of it. I'm really curious about the Fantastic Four, and I think one of the things that kind of got me extra hyped for it is I watched Fantastic Four, the second film. I watched them both the other day, and not good films, but
but it got me excited for the Fantastic Four. I was like, oh shit! Especially with the Silver Surfer, that is something that they did pretty well in that movie. The Silver Surfer was pretty well done. As far as looks go, he was pretty well done. But yeah, so I'm ready for that. I mean, the rest of these, I do want to see them, obviously, but I can't sit here and say that there's one. This isn't. I still haven't found myself in that No Way Home situation where I'm counting down the days till a project. I'm not even counting down the days till Deadpool. I know Deadpool's coming, but I'm not like, damn, can't wait to get in there. I'm ready to see Deadpool, but it's not that same feel. So I'm still not like counting down the days till a project. But I think that Marvel, at where they currently are right now, I think what Marvel needs to do is really ride that X-Men hype right now. I don't know, this. I'm glad that the film is rumored to be coming in the reboot. We'll talk about that. It's supposed to be coming in the fourth quarter of 2025, and that's still going to be after Secret Wars and everything, which was originally talked about. But they need to ride that wave. I think that's the move that they need to make and keep people on it that actually care. But that is the rumored projects, or not rumored, confirmed and upcoming Marvel projects as far as Disney Plus goes and as far as cinema goes. So let us know what you guys are thinking about that. We'll take like a few comments there.
Dan the Man said, I got a feeling Pedro's Reed is going to end up being the Maker.
I believe that as well. Just based off of things that we've heard, unless the plot and things have changed, based off of things that we've heard. And the last time we talked about the plot, that was something that was mentioned, that he could possibly be the Maker.
Marvel D said, is it true that they're making the Silver Surfer a woman?
In the universe that the Fantastic Four will be in, yes, she will be a woman.
Now, may I ask, last time I was here, is that woke?
No.
Like, because that's what niggas would say on Twitter. Like, Marvel needs to stop with this woke. Like, that's not woke to me. That's just bad.
Still, yeah, no, that would be using it incorrectly. No, no.
All right, my fault. I would have spent too much time on that shit, but I'd be having to check sometimes because.
No.
Did you see any you want to read? Gray said that damn, that's kind of hard to read, nigga. Grace, that Silver Surfer sequence was the best parts of Rise of the Silver Surfer, and it shouldn't have been used. Nigga, don't ever make me read no shit like that again. What the hell? That shit. Raymond said, I'm okay with the casting because I still think Norrin is going to be Silver Surfer, because the female surfer is literally a real character, and those anti-woke people who claim they know comics are showing that it's not about being comic accurate, it's about being anti-woman.
Yeah, no, for those that don't know, this is the love interest of Norrin in the comics. For me, when the news first dropped that Garner was going to be playing Silver Surfer, it threw me off because we had heard for the longest time that, the original rumors were that, it was going to be Anna Taylor-Joy, that's who they were eyeing to do it. So she turned it down, so I guess they turned to Gardner. But at that time, we didn't know anything about that. We knew that they were going to be in a different universe, but I guess people weren't putting two and two together that this is going to be the Silver Surfer from whatever universe they're going to be from, and then we're still have the possibilities of having our Norrin Radwood, but we're going to get to that with the Fantastic Four conversation.
Shit, did you see any you want to read?
We can move to the next one. So next thing we'll talk about is Blade, and this is going to be kind of quick because I was trying to find some more on this, but I'm simply not going to pay a subscription for leaks. So I'm just not going to do that. And that's where it is. It's in Snyder's report, and in order to get into Jeff Snyder's report, unless he talks about it on his YouTube channel, when he drops exclusives,
there's got to be some Redditor that's paid for that shit and shared it.
But I've looked today. I was looking for it today.
Be someone.
I'm sure somebody. Well, the only thing I saw on Reddit that somebody had said about this, and I'll give you the report of what's going on. Jeff Snyder put on his Patreon that Marvel is recasting Blade entirely, with the exception of Mahershala Ali. Due to this development, Mia Goth and Delroy Lindo have potentially left the project. Now, what I saw on Reddit was that someone had put in their correction. Mia Goth and Delroy Lindo have not left the project. That is only an assumption. That's not something that I guess Snyder put in his report. But in his report, I guess he said that they are recasting Blade entirely, besides a few main characters and I guess some others. But for me, every time Blade gets brought up, it is like Blade's getting delayed, Blade's getting canceled, Mahershala Ali's not happy, this director doesn't want to do it anymore, the plot has now changed, his daughter's not in it, his daughter's in it, it's
Broken
in London,
record.
it's in Atlanta. It's just like every time something new has happened with Blade, other than they're filming, Mahershala Ali is happy, the script is going well, there's behind the scenes, there's nothing like that. I'm telling you, I believe this film is a myth. It's not happening.
And it's kind of, I mean, I don't even know if you talked about it really, but it's kind of surprising, honestly, because seeing the new Daredevil pics and Echo with seeing that and then seeing the Punisher and shit, it's like it looks like they're willing to do the rated R stuff.
Yeah, they're moving
so
along.
I'm kind of wondering, I mean, I'm not one of those to sit and say like everything is about race, but I'm really wondering like I don't want to think it's a racial issue with Blade or anything, but I just wonder what else, and that not me even asking this question is saying it is a race thing, but like what else could it be? Because it's literally a broken, like you said, it's every time
we talk about Blade.
I mean, we get a salt grain of good and an ocean of bad. Like it's like, I don't know, it's never just sunshine. It's always followed by not even fucking rain. It's thunderstorms and hail and shit. And so I don't know what could be. Maybe they need to do like get rid of everyone, because by the time this shit comes out, I can't sit here and say Ollie's gonna want to be Blade at the age of however old he is.
See, that's the point
I can't say
was
the
making
future
last
of
time.
Blade should be hung on his age, and it's not. I don't want to sit here and say that he shouldn't be able to do it after all this time, because I know he wants to and everything, but what's the point? Almost like that's really what's the point in it? Because
the rumor was that somebody had, I don't remember who it was, I can't remember what scooper it was, I get so many damn notifications, I don't remember who it was, but they said that the Blade film, no, nobody said that, this was somebody making a suggestion, and I agreed with this suggestion. Cancel this fucking film and just do a Midnight Suns film if that's what you want to do. Have that be, and the reason I say that is because this, like everything you just said, everything I just said, it's gone through so many different problems, and I just don't believe it's real. I don't believe it's happening. I think this is all. It's not going to happen. This film is never going to see the light of day. And if it does see the light of day, and who knows? Maybe these reports are wrong. We don't know that Snyder's reports or whatever were accurate on whatever. This could be all wrong, and everything could be rainbow sunshine and vampires over there. We don't know. But I do know that every time we do talk about Blade, it's not like positive reports. So, and none of these are coming from like trades like the Hollywood Reporter or Variety, but they are coming from credible scoopers. So, I don't know exactly what. Or I wanted to add to that point that you said about his age. That is something that needs to be taken into major consideration. Again, I mentioned I believe in 2019.
not to interrupt you, but
49?
they need to start doing it with everyone, not just like it's kind of fucking them over in a lot of situations, like having to recast or end stories or retirements or just this and that. But my fault.
No.
It's just, I don't know. Age is just, it's something that should be considered whenever you're casting a role. Like, you don't want to cast a young actor as 30-year-old or some shit. I mean, even like, I don't know, Tom Holland, perfect example. Like, young, looks young, role young, he can grow with the role. Everyone needs to be able to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not saying every actor is fucking Peter Parker's age or anything like that, but I don't know. It's just, they do that shit a lot in the sense of where they cast someone old, and then wait 4 or 5 years to actually start filming. Another 1-2 years for post-production and shit, and so
Right.
it's just, They do a lot of shit where I end up asking, what's the point?
No, I don't understand the point of this film anymore. I think it would be more beneficial to not. I'm not saying Blade couldn't get the people to the Blade. Blade alone can get people to the theater. That's not what I'm saying. He doesn't need the help of the Midnight Suns. I'm just saying at this point, you might as well just do the Midnight Suns film. You know, just get them together, have Blade going around getting them together or whatever it is, and you know, that's it. But this right now, where we currently are, I don't know. It's not ever positive when we hear it. Again, these news could be something that is not real. This could be, you know, bad reports, but they are coming from Jeff Snyder, so we'll take everything, as always, with a massacre and assault. But you guys let us know what you guys are thinking. You think this film is a myth? Do you think it's going to happen? Do you think that, you know, every time we do talk about Blade, there's just nothing ever positive about it? Let us know all your thoughts down below.
Rashad Walker said it is a race thing, my G. They don't value black male lead characters. Always remember Mahershala sought out Feige, not the other way around. No, that
is true.
And I completely agree. And that's why it's like, I don't want to simply say, is it a race thing either, because I feel like they have a problem with any strong lead male character sometimes. And so it's like, race, yup. And then Grace say, how in the hell do you mess up a movie where all you have to do is kill vampires? Like, those are the two things I'm really wondering. Like, you don't have to do much with the movie. It's not a crazy story. And so it's like, what else could it be outside of race, strong male lead character, fucking...
Don't get me going on that shit. We already know why, bruh. We know why.
But that is the question, though. Like, other than what we talk about, what else could it be? Like, is there something we're missing that we just don't?
No, we're not missing anything.
Like you said, it could be all rainbow sunshine, this and that, but
no, we're not missing anything. And
rarely ever are we wrong. Not to toot horns over here or anything. And I don't want to say we, because it's usually you, but anything we read, the leaks and shit, it's not usually wrong or anything. No. And so, I don't know.
I mean, no, and you're not. That is the question, and no, it's not like it's not. We're not missing anything. It's the same reason that you know, Cat Williams talked about it. Other celebrities have talked about it. Regular old folks have talked about it. We've talked about it. It's the same reason Jonathan Majors was knocked off of the path he was on. You have all these deals. It's a lane. I've talked about that. I've said, when you step outside of your lane in Hollywood, as a black man, as a colored individual, as someone with melanin in their skin, you are told to either step back in your lane or you are taken off of whatever path you were on. You know, it boggles my mind that this whole thing, again, I'm using Jonathan Majors, with Jonathan Majors going on in Hollywood right now, where he, you know, we saw video evidence of this man physically running from this woman. We've seen videos of her, you know, using the same hand that she claimed was cut up, and you know, all the stuff outside the club right after the incident and everything like that. But meanwhile, we've sat and watched. Everybody sat and watched Quiet on Set. Everybody sat and saw all the stuff going on with all these, you know, white elite celebrities. But no one bats an eye. And the reason I say that is because you're looking at the ones that came out, Cyclops, James Marsden wrote a letter in support to a pedophile.
Bro, all them niggas did that shit.
And it's like, but at the same time, this is the same Hollywood that is looking at Jonathan Majors and saying, you ran from this white woman, now we're going to charge you. And it's just like, so no, we're not missing anything. There's nothing that's being missed. Again, if you want to make it more prevalent to the MCU, it's the reason, and I'm not going into this, but it's the reason that T'Challa's not on screen. It's the whole too powerful, strong black male. It empowers other black, you know, viewers, and that's just that's not what we're here to do.
I just don't get this shit. Like, niggas think we finna turn to superheroes ourselves or some shit, or fucking, I don't know. It's just, I get it. like, I don't get it, but I get, like, what we're all saying and shit in the sense of we shouldn't have to beg for certain characters or anything that are prevalent to stories or anything.
And I have to catch myself, too, on Twitter, because I get so, these people on... It's the lack of just either... I don't know, bro. Twitter makes me have to sit back sometime and say, is this real? Am I really talking to a real person? Are you not understanding?
I promise you 3 things that... I hate to say, I don't have much hope for society sometimes. Just when I see the lack of common sense, the ignorance and arrogance that I see on social media. Because it's like, I've noticed that it does translate. Like, some people really do think, like, they can talk a certain way in social media and then get in that way in real life and still do whatever, act whatever. And then it's like, there's the whole retaliation conversation and everything, and I don't want to get all off track and everything. But it's like, there's so much shit on... Sometimes I really wish we didn't have social media. As much as I love it, spend time on, like, I'm not saying not YouTube, but, like, Instagram, Twitter, like... that shit kills some people's lives. Like,
yeah.
But I want someone also commented, like, Blade was supposed to be the background, like his daughter was going to be the lead. I forgot who said it up there, and it's like, that's deal. Another thing.
Mm-hmm. That was a deal. That's no longer the case, but that was.
But it's like broken record. It's how many.
Yeah.
You got like a flight of stairs. It's like, how many steps are on the flight that niggas are getting pushed down right now? It's like, when you think you're done, it's like, nope, niggas keep tumbling. There's more steps. You keep going down. I don't know. Shit just really does suck right now, because I think it's obviously because we don't have hope either. Like, we know... I hate to speak for everyone. I don't have hope to watch T'Challa on screen. I don't have hope to see Blue Marvel. I don't have hope to see any... I don't have hope to see Blade.
I think it was Gray. Gray tagged me in a thing on Twitter to some Twitter page that is, I don't remember the name. Some scooper I've not heard of. Not a scooper that's in the relevant scoopers. Somebody asked him, is T'Challa going to be in Secret Wars? He said yes, it will be a variant. Okay. I don't.
I mean, I know we talked about that with Fantastic Four and everything, the 60s, and...
He's not going to be in the Fantastic Four.
I mean, it's like... We talked about that, and like, it just goes back to what I said. I don't have hope for it. I don't sit up and think and wish and place my hope in Marvel Disney's hands to place those stories back on screen right now. Yeah. They're not even placing the stories on screen of the characters they have. They're not even doing that right. Like, they're having trouble with Thor. Like, they're having trouble with Cap. Like, they're having trouble. Only one they're not having trouble with is Deadpool, and that is because
it's a given.
That has nothing to do with them. Like, that is Ryan Reynolds. Like,
it's a given.
Anything they have to do with, they haven't been getting right. Like, I guess Loki, yeah, but I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say I've heard anyone talk about Loki.
No one has.
And my two best friends, the first season was probably some of their favorite Marvel shit they'd ever seen. I don't think they watched the second season at all.
It was great. No, that second season just wasn't good. Well, for me, personally. I didn't care for it.
No, not especially at the time with all the major shit going around and shit like that.
I didn't care for it.
I'll read a couple more, though, because we did get a couple more while I was talking and shit. Unless you see any you would read. Antoine Film said, had to beg for Black Panther in Civil War, and Feige says, oh, I didn't know he was so popular. What? And that's the thing. Like, even since then, it almost felt like the stories haven't even been right. Going back to they're going to have British accents.
Yeah.
Chadwick had to fix all that. Like, and so, I don't know. It's history.
Ray said, Marvel called Don Cheadle after firing Terrence Howard. But let's also note in that, while calling Don Cheadle at his child's birthday party, gave him, what, 5 hours?
Yeah, I was about to say. I thought it was like 5 to 7. Something
Yeah.
was at night. Nothing to sleep on.
Yeah. Like, yeah, nigga, you want this job? Shit, ain't got time. What T.I. tell Ant? You want to ride home, boy? You better act like it. So yeah.
Ant-Man said if they bring back T'Challa in Secret Wars, they'll probably kill him off afterwards because it seems Marvel's not afraid to kill off powerful black male characters. That, and I just don't see them putting the money into a new franchise after what I feel like what they've did is set in stone. I
do too.
They're not gonna start. I don't know. I don't have hope in it. I don't want to sit here talking about how I don't have much hope in it because I've already done that for too long. Dexter said we have countless vampire movies / shows, but Disney's struggling to make a Blade movie.
Right.
And then
The Blade movie.
last two. Raymond said, let's remember not just the refusal to recast T'Challa, but the dragging of making Blade, Armor Wars, Ironheart, and a damn Black Panther 2 before cancer took a toll on Chadwick and before COVID.
Yeah.
And then, that was the last one. Okay. I'd already read the one I was looking at.
Okay. We'll move here to the Fantastic Four news. So obviously everybody knows that late last night or yesterday evening we got the report from Deadline that Julia Gardner was going to be portraying the Silver Surfer, the female incarnation of the Silver Surfer. And at the time, like I said earlier, a lot of us thought, well, I'm going to speak for everybody. I know myself. I thought after reporting on the other rumors that it was going to be Norrin Radd and all these other things like that, I was like, oh, okay, this is not what was reported, but here we are, okay? I wanted Norrin, and I said in my post last night, again, before learning that she was going to be playing, learning more detail about it, I had said also, I love Julia. I think she's great. As a huge Ozark fan, I think that she is a brilliant actress. That last season especially, I thought she really, really brought it. I mean, she was the draw for me into it a lot, outside of Jason Bateman, because I think that he's great too. But she was the draw into it. Like her character of Ruth really drew me into wanting to see more of the show. So I think she's a great actress and definitely a great up-and-coming actress. So I know I've seen a lot of people trying to speak on her acting ability, speak on everything like that, but she's a great actress so far from what we've seen. I think that she's going to be fine. But again, before we learned what we learned, I was like, oh, okay, not what I wanted. So this is what the Hollywood Reporter, a little snippet that they put. They said the Silver Surfer was introduced in Fantastic Four number 48 as a herald of Galactus, a planet-eating entity. Though that version of the Silver Surfer was an alien astronomer named Norrin Radd, Garner is said to be playing a different Surfer known as Shalaban. And it goes on to say, who was the lover of Norrin Radd. Garner is the 3-time Emmy winner for playing Ruth Langmore on the Netflix series Ozark. She also earned an Emmy nomination for leading Inventing Anna. I didn't watch that, but I know she did that. The series about the real-life con artist Anna Delvey. Coming up, she has the Wolfman due out next year from Universal and Blumhouse. So, like I said, she's great. She's a good actress. I like the girl a lot. And what makes me okay with this is because, like Raymond was saying in the comments earlier, this is a different universe. So we still have the possibilities of getting Norrin. And the reason that is even more prevalent is because of what Lakeith put out. I don't know if everybody who all saw this. Hold on. Let me get to the right picture. Just yours. I don't know who all saw this, but Lakeith had put this on his Instagram and had said, thought it was going to be me, but I guess not. But then deleted the post. So when I saw that, when I heard that he had posted that, I was like thinking to myself, okay, then there's still a possibility that whatever they were discussing with him, unknown to him, he could still be possibly playing Norrin if they want to go that route. They could have him playing Norrin. I don't know if that's exactly what they're going to do. Now, Chill made a point, and this is a point that I do agree with. He said this on Twitter in reply to what I put about Lakeith. He said something around the bouts of, he would hate to have someone like Lakeith go in and play that character like that, and it does make sense because it seems like every time we do get black actors or actresses in the MCU or in any type of spaces in these sci-fi worlds, i.e. Star Wars, they are either the alien or painted or a robot or something like that. So it does make a good, very, very good point. It's like again, it goes back to the conversation of there are black characters on the shelves that could be brought off the shelf for Lakeith to play or anything like that. But let's stay in the assumption, or not in the assumption. Let's stay in the reality that is the MCU, and the reality that is the MCU is they are not pulling those black characters off the shelves anytime soon. And with them not pulling those black characters off the shelves anytime soon, they are still going to be reaching out to black actors to portray certain roles. And if they did reach out to Lakeith to indeed be Norrin Rad, then there is the very real possibility that within whatever universe is the main universe, he could be the main Norrin Rad at some point. Now, I saw a lot of people saying, I think we'll see Silver Surfer Norrin still in this film. No, we won't. I don't think so. And the reason I don't think that, I think that I don't think so. Yeah, they're not in this one. But I still think, he's still coming. So thoughts on Julia before I move to the next thing, if you have any?
I don't have any issues with it. I mean, I think the main issue everyone has is why not just go comic accurate if you're doing everything 60s, just go Silver Surfer, make it easier for everything. Stop having to do this and then introduce Norrin. Just introduce Norrin first and then his wife, his love interest. Because that's how it goes.
Right.
I don't know. I don't see. Hey, maybe I'm the broken record, and what's the point? Because I don't get the point in it. But I mean, I definitely not sitting here losing sleep or having any issues with it or anything. I'm more excited for the things that I have seen with the Fantastic Four and shit like that, in the sense of Galactus being confirmed and it being another universe, and they're gonna collide with our Earth and everything and shit. And that was always kind of a question I wanted to ask you. Do you think first movie they should collide with our Earth and have all that, or do you think that it's kind of better to have another world established? Because it's not. I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess we have 838, but it's like...
Yeah, but 838 is just that one.
That's what I'm saying.
Or
another universe, yeah, I guess.
I think it works if after this film we truly are in the multiverse and we are starting, because we've also got whatever universe they're in, but we've also got whatever universe Monica is currently in with the X-Men.
And that's my fear. We got to the multiverse, and then that became everything's multiverse, and now it's like Universal is still multiverse, but now we're getting to where we're going to have stories in different universes. I don't want that to be. I know Deadpool's coming up, and I know he's going to be in different universes, and so I just don't want writers to different universe, and then so our 616 stories that we have are just put on the back burner, even though they're not that good, because if they're put on the back burner and we're just in other universes the whole time, even though they do connect, casual MCU fans are not gonna wait fucking all these years for mediocre stories and shit. Like, Fantastic Four better be fucking great. Like, Deadpool better not just be entertaining from the fucking reminiscence. It better be great from a story. Like, everything better be great if they're gonna go this route and have everything be in different universes and shit, because it's confusing. Because they're not doing it comic accurate. They're doing it their way, and then so it, like, we don't even know what universes. Like, we don't know, like you said, we don't know where Monica's at. We just know somewhere.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't know, it's just confusing. And it's like you said with Silver Surfer and Norrin in the first, it's too much sometimes and shit.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be in this, but I do think he's definitely going to show up. Now, they also released, Marvel Studios today also released this picture of Johnny, and this kind of confirms, a lot of people saw this confirms that they are going to be wearing the, which I really like. I wanted them to be wearing these anyway, the uniforms, the suits that are in the picture that got released on, what was it, sometime around Valentine's Day, I think. It was Valentine's Day that they released that, and it also confirms that they are in a different universe, because this is not our 616 New York behind Johnny here. So that has been.
But that should also look like the fucking 60s.
No, it does not look like the 60s either. It looks like some dystopia.
Yeah, it looks like 838.
Now, here's the thing too. We also don't know, because it is a different reality. We don't know if their 60s is like our 60s. True. So their 60s could have been way more advanced.
Our fucking 2050.
Yeah. So yeah, it's I really am kind of ready for this film. But some more that we do know about it. Also is that Galactus, this is not something that's new, but I guess more confirmed, not confirmed by Marvel themselves. Has it been confirmed by Marvel themselves? But Galactus is going to be the villain. We've talked about this.
That's what I said.
Oh, Marvel themselves confirmed it. Antonio Banderas is rumored to have the voice, and I think it's also, I saw some people saying Javier Bardem as well. I don't know that they go the Javier route, and the only reason I say that, and I'm not trying to be I don't know the political correct way to say this, but I mean, it just, his accent is way too heavy. That, what is Galactus gonna pull up and
I don't know, maybe voice acting surprises sometimes. Maybe you can hit a little switch. Maybe the depth of his voice is good for a little switch up or some shit.
Maybe.
I don't know. I think I kind of have hope, just because my favorite Doctor Strange stories are when he's the Herald of Galactus and shit in 12 through 17 and all that shit. And so, not even correlating it to him, that's what got me into Galactus and the Fantastic Four lore and everything, and got me actually reading it and all that shit. And so, I'm excited for this shit and what the stories can be built off of it. Right. But it's like, those fucking previous movies aren't good at all. No.
And what they did with Galactus in the previous movie,
that might be the worst.
I don't know if it was a budget issue. We were watching it the other night. Jay was like,
big cloud.
Jay was like, is that him? I said, no.
Is that it?
No, that's not him. I was like, that's a budget issue, because there's no way.
Movie's unfinished.
Yeah, there's no way. But yeah, no, I am ready for Galactus too. I'm ready to see what they are, where the route that they go with this. I'm ready for the Fantastic Four. I really am. If I had to say an anticipated movie, and if you would have asked me, actually, we did have this conversation. Superman or Fantastic Four? I said Superman at the time. It is now, for me, the Fantastic Four. I really do want to see this.
And it makes me a little happier to see they're not fast-tracking Doom or anything.
Yeah.
Trying to fucking just throw him in anything, because I don't know, it's like, I still hope we get Doom soon and everything, but after Galactus. And after, if what they're saying is true and they're wanting to, he's eating their universe or whatever, and then their Fantastic Four are going to be...
But see, this is not the first time they fought him from the if we're to believe the plot.
That's what I was going to ask you as well. And I know that's supposed to be happening and shit. All that happens, and then that Fantastic Four comes to 616, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so, does that... I mean, I know we have the Council of Reeds and everything, but does that rule out the possibility of 616 Fantastic Four being there? Like, is that just... they're going to be going with a different universe, or...
Well, because I think so. I think it does rule out the fact that that's difficult. And the reason I say it's difficult is because if we are to... and that's why we have to take all the shit with the massive grain of salt. Because if we're to believe the rumors say that this Fantastic Four is going to become our main Fantastic Four once they, collide, their universe is killed and they come to our universe. If we're to believe that. But if we're also to believe, now these are just concepts at one point in time, but remember, at one point in time, Michael Waldron had Reed written in Multiverse of Madness in a post-credit scene, and it was 616 Reed. So, obviously 616 Reed has been discussed over at Marvel. So I don't know. I really don't know. That's a difficult one to say, because I figured every universe had a outside of America Chavez that we know of so far had a variant of the other. So I don't know. We'll have to wait to see on that one. Let's see. And I guess for me too, one of my big things for the Fantastic Four, why I'm anticipating this so much, is also because I'm really curious to see the effects. I'm really curious to see how they, like the Invisible Woman, how we're like, especially Reed, because we only got a taste of that shit in Multiverse of Madness. All he did was reach out to Wanda and then get stretched into spaghetti. So I'm wanting to see exactly what they do with Reed. I'm wanting to see Reed do some twisted shit that he did in the comics, like some crazy. So I'm wanting to see that. I'm wanting to see what Ben looks like. I'm wanting to see how they handle, like, all of it, just all of it. A real big one for me, I really want to see what Galactus looks like that shit. I want to see that. So I'm really ready for this film. That is an anticipated movie for me. But the next thing that we do know, and we've known this as well, but it got brought back up yesterday. Oh, and just for the sake of saying it, Giant Freaking Robot was the first to report that Galactus was going to be in the film. Franklin Richards and Valeria, we've talked about this, but it got brought up yesterday evening as well. People reporting from Daniel RPK that he was saying that they were going to be in the film. Again, old news. This is something we've talked about before, that Franklin and Valeria were going to be in the film, because this is not a Fantastic Four. That is a new Fantastic Four. They have been the Fantastic Four for a while, from what we know. And this is not from just rumors. This is something that I believe is stated from Marvel as well, on the Marvel website. They have been the Fantastic Four for a while. They're celebrities. They're well known. This is not the first time they fought Galactus. They fought many villains before. So, of course, they're going to have the kids. You know, they've got Herbie. They're going to have the kids. So the kids now, how old the kids are? Not sure. Not sure how old the kids are. Is Franklin? Here's what I will say. For everybody saying, "Oh hell yeah, we're getting Franklin." Do not expect Franklin to be Omega level Franklin.
Yeah.
In this film,
especially off Rip. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Do not expect Franklin to be Omega level Franklin in this film. He's definitely going to, be in the film, but maybe showcase some type of power. But I don't think it's going to be raising Galactus from the dead and making him his herald. So I'm not expecting that. So, but yeah, that has been rumored, and we kind of know that they are going to be in the film also. I did want to state this, too.
I want to say, before you move on,
go ahead.
William said, does Dormammu only exist in his own dimension? And then they talked about it a little bit, but that nigga's like a magical entity. Like, that nigga can fucking... He's the devil, like, or a demon in simple words. Like, he can... Whatever dimension that nigga's in, he can take whatever form, do whatever he wants. Like... I mean, he's obviously the strongest and gets whatever he wants in the fucking dark dimension. But yeah, no. That nigga can go wherever, whatever Earth, take whatever form. That nigga's essentially Lucifer on the dark dimension crack.
Yeah. I want to see him in other forms, though.
That's what it is. Like, I mean, I thought he looked good in the first one, too. But I want to see, I don't know, I just want to see them start tapping into that darker side of shit and bringing all that to Earth. I mean, hopefully they start doing that in the next phase, because I'm tired of always... the heroes going out to shit. I'd rather see shit coming to Earth and the Earth be at stake instead of fucking... That's why I like Doctor Strange, the first one, so much. Like, the Earth was actually at stake instead of fucking them having to go into the universe to save the whole universe or world or some shit. Like, not world, but yeah, the whole universe or fucking multiverse or some shit like that.
Yeah. And then for everybody, this came out too. Didn't really know this one too much. I like at first. The cast has grown on me. The cast has really grown on me for the Fantastic Four. Maybe it's my anticipation. Maybe it's because I want it to work. I don't know. But the cast has really grown on me for the Fantastic Four. At first, I did not care for Joseph Quinn being fucking Johnny. And I still kind of look at him and I'm like, oh, you're not Johnny.
Well, we talked about it. I don't think you had an issue with it.
No, I didn't have an issue.
I think your only issue was kind of Pedro.
Yeah, but that's even grown on me. Like, I'm telling you.
I think we were both kind of excited for Vanessa.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think that was ever an issue.
One.
Yeah, I don't think we were ever. But
Bach,
I don't think...
or whatever his name is. You can't mess that up.
Yeah, I think... Pedro was kind of just the question, and the other two were just like, nah, nothing to write home about. We wanted other shit, but I mean, I think it's honestly, like I said in the beginning of the stream, a lot of the shit that's been coming out has been good. And I think it's kind of been piquing excitement.
That's what I'm telling you. I'm ready for it. I really am. But Nicholas was supposed to play, I guess not supposed to play, but him and Joseph are both friends, and they both went out for the role. And he said in a quote, he said, I called my team. I was like, guys, I'm sure this is not true, but I have to make certain that it's not. And they told him that it's not, because he had seen rumors online that fan art of him as Johnny, and people saying, oh, you know, this is our new Johnny, and things like that, and he had seen it. So celebrities do be seeing that shit. So he saw it and was like calling his team. But
bro, that shit's crazy. The same way like athletes be seeing fake tweets and shit. Like, I got traded. Like I had to actually check or some shit.
You had to check, but like for me, if I again, I'm fine with the cast now. But if I had to choose between him and Joseph Quinn, I'm going Nicholas. To me, that's just the better look for Johnny. Joseph Quinn, his short hair, the short hair he had on the red carpet with Lupita the other night, I was like, I think that's where I was, because every time I think Joseph Quinn, I think Eddie Munson, and I'm thinking Eddie as on fire, you know, and that's not gonna be it.
Just imagine it, that shit.
So that's not gonna be it, but yeah, so I just thought that was worth mentioning. But Marvel also gave homework. And the homework that they gave was that for the Fantastic Four, to get ready for the Fantastic Four, everybody's going to need to read certain comics. And the comics that they gave, let me go to those really quick. The comics that they gave here were Fantastic Four issue number 1. And this is where, obviously, introduces the Fantastic Four. They also said Fantastic Four issues 48, 49, and 50. Those are also homework to go in and watch or read. 48 was the first, when Galactus first was mentioned and showed up. And then I believe it was in 49. Where's 49? No, 49. Where are you? Where's 49?
Bro, Galactus might have some of the best comic covers. Almost every cover with him on it is so fucking tough.
I don't see it. Did I not save it? Okay, maybe I didn't save it. But anyway, so they want everybody to read those, and then all the way up till Fantastic Four Life Story number 1, 2021, and that is this one. It's not the cover of it, but yeah. So you can. Those are the ones that they want. All these comics are have put together the storyline of what we're going to watch. All these comics are going to have different elements pulled from it to craft the film that Marvel is putting together. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to go. I'm actually going to go pick up all of these because I'm doing whatever. I'm back on the. I'm on the Fantastic Four train right now, so I'm going to go pick up all of these and reread through all. Well, I haven't read. I think the only one out of all of these I've ever read are obviously the first Fantastic Four. I think that's it. So I'm gonna go get those others and read through those and just kind of see if I can put together whatever it is they've put together through those comics. But I'm gonna go definitely check those out. But Marvel gave homework for that. They also teased the Future Foundation on their website. Damn, I keep pulling up that damn Bernthal picture. But they teased the Future Foundation. And that was on their website, giving fans a free access to 5 comic book issues to prepare for the film. They teased the Future Foundation. And for those that are unaware, Future Foundation was the a team that Reed created, very pivotal in the huge role in Secret Wars. So, and it was a team that traveled the multiverse. So that could be something that we see that Marvel, they add into the MCU for Secret Wars. We could see the Future Foundation, things like that. I think they have really big plans for Reed. I think it's going to be Reed. Right now, for sure, we know Reed, Doctor Strange, and Spider-Man. Big plans for whatever they're planning with Secret Wars around those 3. And then the last thing that we know, obviously, is just showing, once again, where they currently are. with the cast. So this is our current cast for the Fantastic Four. The cast for the Fantastic Four includes Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, Vanessa Kirby as Sue Storm, Joseph Quinn as Johnny Storm, Ebon Moss as Ben Grimm, and Julia Gardner as Silver Surfer. We all know that the film is going to hit theaters July 25th, 2025, and begins filming in August in London. So that is what we know so far, outside of... I don't even want to talk about old plot things because I think things have changed. So until something new comes out about the plot, that is what we know confirmed wise from somewhat from Marvel and from scoops and things like that. So that's what we know about the Fantastic Four. But as always, questions is for you guys. Let us know what you guys are thinking about some of the things that came out about Fantastic Four. What do you think about Gardner being Silver Surfer? What do you think about Franklin and Valeria? What are you thinking about Lakeith and what he said? What do you think about Galactus? Let us know all those thoughts down below in the comments.
Great said, it sounds a lot like we're going to give Shalaval Norn stories. What's going to be Norn's motivation if or when he shows up?
I mean, that's a great question. That is a great question.
Rashad said they need some of these directors to read the comics. That's been one of the big reasons the MCU has been putting out whack content, and the writers.
Oh yeah, I agree with that too. You know, and I've said this. I did record my reaction for X-Men 97 episode 4, and X-Men 97 continues to just be episode after episode. It's like, damn, I can't wait for the next episode, and I haven't felt like that
I
since.
need to watch. I haven't even got the
It's
fucking
phenomenal.
time to watch it yet.
It is fucking phenomenal.
I mean, actually, anytime I watch TV, it's been the tournament.
Yeah, no, it is phenomenal. I was ready for X-Men 97, but I wasn't, because you guys know we weren't really talking about it. We weren't covering anything about it like that, because I really was like, okay, yeah, I love the 90s animated series, but we'll see. Because I wasn't keen on the animation style at first, but when I watched it, bro, this shit is good. And it picks up right where we left off in the 90s with it. Like, it's a very good, very, very good show. So, but I said all that to say to what Rashad said. That's what, when you have good writers... Bo made it a point to make it to where nobody in that writer's room, if you didn't know the original series, if you didn't know shit about the X-Men, you couldn't be in there. And that was the point. And that's why we're getting such brilliance out of X-Men 97, because you had people that actually gave a fuck. And I'm looking at that meme like that fucking Boondocks meme of Thugnificent. What did that nigga do to make them so mad? Because goddamn, it's like X-Men 97 is really hitting home. So No, he wasn't the... Shut up, chill. I was about to actually respond to that. So yeah, no, he's... I think it's what they're doing with X-Men 97 so far. Great. So I agree to that. Writers make a fucking difference, for sure.
Diesel said Mole Man, Kang, Annihilus, Wizard, Super Skrull, Galactus, and of course Doom are longtime Fantastic Four adversaries.
Yeah. Terrax is going to be in this as well. He's still confirmed for the film. Well, not confirmed from Marvel, but reports.
Diesel also said Fantastic Four always had Skrull and Kree stories. The Future Foundation is a cool concept. No, that shit is a fucking cool-ass concept if they can fucking get to it.
Yeah.
You gotta have all the character, and I mean, that's why I don't want to see that shit without all the characters. I hate seeing some things without the right characters, and I don't think the Future Foundation would be one. Like, I wouldn't want to see the Illuminati without all the characters.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Jay Namakali said, I'm actually interested in seeing the F4 as long as they just keep it comic accurate. Not gonna lie, if the MCU keeps doing its own thing instead of just following
I'm going to be so disappointed with Fantastic Four if it's not. Now, I do know Kevin Feige said early on this is going to be a different take on the Fantastic Four, but I hope it's not like a...
That's not what we want to hear.
Yeah, that's not what we want to hear, but I also don't want it to be this like when you say that, what is... I don't know. So I'm still anticipating it as of now. And I agree with what Brian said. Brian Fisher said, it's wild. X-Men 97, my favorite so far is Magneto. Magneto is my favorite too. And what he did to who was that? Was that the UN? Yeah, because weren't they fighting for Genosha? It's like, yeah. So when he took all them up to like in the air, bro, like Magneto, the fight between him and Madison was dope. The Goblin Queen, that was dope.
I need to watch that shit. I got a short shift tomorrow. Get off at 9 a.m. I might watch those first 4 when I get off.
It's
how many are in the first season? Is it same as this new shit, or is it more than 6?
I don't know how many it is. I hope it's more than 6.
Does anybody know how many episodes are in 97?
Because if there's only 2 episodes left, there can't be only 2 episodes left. Not where we currently are. There's no way. They're not about to make us wait for season 2.
I don't feel like looking that shit up. Hopefully one of y'all can let me know how many episodes.
Like the whole everything going on with Storm right now, and that's a great. There's 10. So everything going on with Storm right now, and that's thank you, Andre.
So 10 weeks. They're coming out once, one a week. Okay, so it's been a month already. Or did they release 2 at once?
No, they released 2 the first.
Okay,
the
like
first.
WandaVision.
Yeah, they released
I was
2.
like, damn, I didn't think I've been out a month.
No, those first 2 episodes were really like, man, it's good. The stuff like Storm's story. This is the current, the comic story with her and Forge, where she loses her powers, and the search, where she.
I will say that all the little
Where the Mohawk
clips
and
I've
everything
seen
comes
of it
in.
have looked
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, no, it's good so far. It really is. I really like it.
Everyone's saying it's solid.
It's solid. We'll move here to the next topic. Let's see. Hold on. Okay. We'll move here to the next topic. Next thing we'll talk about is going to be the X-Men reboot. So staying on the X-Men. Yeah, the X-Men reboot. So last time we talked, night before, we talked about the whole Alex Perez from Cosmic Circus. He did the Q&A, and in his Q&A he said that the X-Men aren't coming for a while, and that threw me off the whole article. I was like, that's stupid as fuck. But it seems like from a Production Weekly report that X-Men are coming in quarter 4 of 2025. Now this does track with things that we've heard before, because we always heard that the proper X-Men film wasn't going to come in the MCU until after Secret Wars, and that quarter 4 2025 is still after Secret Wars. No, it's not. After Secret Wars is in 2025. This report is coming from Daniel RPK. Secret Wars is not in 2025, unless I've missed something. I thought Secret Wars was 2026, 2027 time.
It is.
Yeah, that's next year. Secret Wars is not.
And that's what I was about to ask. Is it on
So I
screen
don't know
in
if
quarter
he's
4?
meaning-
They're gonna start production and casting and shit, and then it'll come out.
No, they're
after.
gonna begin production in quarter 4. That's what it is. My fault. They're going to begin production in quarter 4 of 2025. So they'll start, getting everything together, storyline, blah blah blah, all that stuff. So
SP said Secret Wars is 2028.
probably
That probably is when it come out. No, like I think, and that's what another thing we talked about. They said 2026, but then with all these stories coming out and shit, we know that shit's gonna get pushed back.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's not. Okay, well, this is what I'll do. I'll do this over here. Okay, so this came out from Comic Book Club. They had posted, even with X-Men, well, actually, I read some of this. It goes, the news comes via the latest issue of Production Weekly, a magazine that lists upcoming productions, so folks behind the scenes can reach out to inquire about potential jobs. However, and this is important, PW is a very open about the fact that they do not vet their listings. Everything from the start dates to the info in the posting is either cullen for the online or submitted directly to the outlet. They go on to say, so that grain of salt out of the way, let's talk X-Men, because when pursuing the issue that immediately jumped out and caught my eye, the info Production Weekly includes is slim, as you would expect from something that is still pretty far away from kicking off. The untitled X-Men reboot, which they really need to change. That's not catchy at all. Okay, is this somebody's personal thoughts while putting this into the article? The listing also includes all the right info. That means Kevin Feige and Louis Despacito as producers. It lists the usual Marvel production contact, and it also lists Sarah Finn, who cast everything in MCU. The synopsis reads: Charles Xavier's team of Merry Mutants, is charged with the mission of protecting a world that hates and fears them for their unusual appearances and abilities, which is sourced directly from the Marvel page for X-Men. Then he goes on to say, but the most intriguing part so far was the status that is going to be filmed in or start production Q4 2025, and the location is in the United Kingdom, and that tracks with everything that we just read about some of the upcoming projects. You know, they're filming Avengers 5 in the United Kingdom. They're filming Blade in London, so there's quite a few productions going on in London. Like you said too, and the Fantastic Four, that's also filming in London. That said, is this correct at all? Where does this listing come from? My 2 cents, this feels way too soon for an MCU X-Men movie unless there's something in Deadpool and Wolverine that Marvel and Disney are gung-ho about, and they want to fast-track the new X-Men franchise. I'll tell you why Marvel wants to fast-track the fucking X-Men. Because they're looking at sure numbers for 97 right now. This is the most positive reviews Marvel has had in a long time. Go look at the Rotten Tomato reviews for and score for 97, and you go look at anything else Marvel's put out since, and don't include No Way Home. Anything else Marvel's put out since Endgame. 97 is it.
I'm willing to bet they've watched Deadpool and seen that it looks. Just the excitement the X-Men are gonna, even online, seeing the whispers of the cameos and shit like that. And
I think it was the Hollywood Reporter that just recently did a poll of most anticipated films, and Deadpool is the most anticipated film of the year.
I was gonna say
from the people.
I think one of the first things that we all established on this channel was Fantastic Four and X-Men are prevalent to almost everything that Marvel is doing. So it's kind of not understood how either of them have ever been on screen in the MCU. I mean, I understand contract issues and all that, but seeing them bring Krasinski in and fucking, I seen someone say turn him to a fruit roll-up or some shit like that. Like, that seemed easy as hell. And so, it's long overdue.
No, it is.
And so maybe,
far overdue.
Maybe, honestly, this is going to work out in favor of them in terms of not having a lot of exciting shit, and now we get. It sucks that it's kind of being fast tracked and we're getting a lot of it at once instead of over time. But we're gonna get Deadpool, Fantastic Four, Secret Wars, X-Men. It's gonna be an exciting time to be a Marvel fan. Hopefully, like y'all said in the comments, I hope fucking they're sticking to the comic source and not doing everything the MCU way, but. Next year, I think it's gonna start heating up. Really, I mean, Deadpool's gonna be exciting. Sucks that it's in the summer because by the end of this year, I think Marvel fans are gonna be bored again. If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But I think 2025 is honestly gonna be an exciting year for just comic book fans in general.
Yeah, I agree. He finished it with saying, otherwise, Feige has been pretty open about wanting to hold off on the X-Men until they really figure it all out. And that popular theory is that Secret Wars will be the final, second or third final, actually, hoorah for the Fox cast, seeding the way for the new group of mutants. Yeah, that's been the rumor. But we also know that this is coming from CBR, and this is something that's been talked about. According to trusted insider Daniel Richmond, Magneto is not the expected main villain of the Marvel Studios' forthcoming X-Men reboot. Instead, Mr. Sinister is the current top choice to antagonize the beloved mutant team. With the fan-favorite villain confirmed to be one of the main villains in the Marvel animation X-Men 97, the studio may be using the animation reveal to familiarize audiences with Mr. Sinister before he makes his live-action debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Mr. Sinister has yet to appear in live-action X-Men movie, although John Hamm almost played him in the New Mutants. Terrible movie. Mr. Sinister, love Mr. Sinister. I love seeing him in X-Men 97.
Let's start bringing some of this dark shit.
I'm telling you, yeah. It was some dark shit in 97. Like when he showed up, I was like the way he showed up.
In the new X?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. So he's already there.
Oh yeah, the way he showed up was pretty dope.
Yeah,
Pretty
shit.
dope.
Let me tap in tomorrow morning. See
Yeah.
what all that shit about.
So so Mr. Sinister is the route that they're going right now with the main villain of the X-Men reboot, and I'm fine with that. And honestly, I would like them to kind of leave Magneto in where he currently is in '97. I know you have to kind of build to stuff like that. You know, he has to go through everything that he went through to be this current Magneto. But I'm not saying I don't want the villainous Magneto, because I do. But this teeter-totter Magneto, where he's like, I'm not saying he's done anything to really be like, only thing he's changed. He's a different Magneto. I don't know. I like this Magneto. I like it. So I don't know. I would like to see something like that if they don't, go the villainous route with Magneto. But the show and this, what they're doing with the live action stuff coming off in 2020, or starting production in 2025, that's the best move for Marvel. This is great news for the X-Men. So it's not like hearing, okay, we're not going to get the X-Men for a long time. This is something that, possibly gives us the X-Men sooner rather than later. So happy about that. And we'll still get the Fox X-Men, like everybody. I strongly believe that rumor that the Fox X-Men are just going to usher us into whoever the new cast are going to be.
I mean, we watched fucking the trailer already has more than one Wolverine.
Right.
And so, I mean, I thought that was always, don't look too deep into the fucking previous cast, and always like I said earlier, the question is honestly how they integrate it for the movie. And I know this isn't the last time, because there's going to be some of them in Secret Wars and probably other films that they want to do and shit. And so
Right.
That's the interesting part, honestly. But no, I don't think, I mean, hopefully not anyone, because I mean, age was also another conversation. I don't want the old Fox anyone being anything new in the MCU.
Not going on moving forward. No. And I hope whoever, if everybody is coming back, I'm assuming with them coming back, obviously Kevin Feige, seeing Kevin Feige's name on the Fantastic Four movie when I was watching the other day, I was like, look how far Feige, has come. So these are characters he's been working with and around for a long time. So if he wants to give them their just due, like, we've heard he wants to do, I'm hoping that they really, they get, obviously the costumes are going to be akin to what they had in the first film and things like that, and all the films, but, really soup them up, make them look good, make their, pay some of them off with, give some of them, their just due with some of their powers. Because, I was watching the other X-Men, too. I was watching some of the old ones, just the old movies. And those Storm scenes are cheeks.
Oh,
when
not
she's
even
in
just
the church.
Storm.
No, not just Storm. Most of them.
Mainly Storm?
Yeah, most of them. Like when she's in the church with Nightcrawler and they're trying to get Nightcrawler down, and she turns the camera and turns back and her eyes are wide up, and all she did was I know
exactly. Yeah, no, I don't know. That's
an Omega level mutant, bro. She's not about to just zap you with lightning.
It's kind of, I don't know. It's none of them are really done right outside of
outside of Spider-Man, Logan Spider-Man, Toby's Spider-Man.
That's old stories.
Yeah, that's.
I mean,
Blade.
Hulk was done better than what we got now.
Which one? 08? Or are you talking about the old one?
No, not the old one. 08, yeah. 08.
Yeah, I watched that one recently.
Damn, man, you've been on a little binge.
I have been, because I'm like, shit, I be wanting to watch, superhero shit, but I have to wait until...
Are you streaming all of them, or all the old ones on something?
They're all on Disney.
They're on Disney Plus now,
yeah.
huh? Yeah, I forgot.
So there's nothing else to watch. So, Invincible is done. Season finale. I haven't watched it.
I keep falling asleep during that shit.
Because second season is not as good as the first at
It's
all.
not.
It's good, but it's not
I'm
as
on
good as the
episode
first
3
at
or
all.
4, and I keep falling asleep during that shit. And that might be why I can't get to 97. I keep trying to rewind to finish that shit. I can't do it.
It's okay. Quickly here.
You said it's okay.
The last thing we'll talk about is just going to be, and I was going to talk about Alan Rickman, but nothing. I mean, only thing about Alan Rickman is he said he wants to play, and he's been campaigning to play. And I saw Buckmeister put on his Twitter the video of Alan Rickman saying that he do whatever to play Batman. He really loves Batman. He wants to play Batman. He is campaigning the way Rock The Rock didn't campaign shit. That motherfucker got that job in 07. Sure, but the way he's campaigning to really be Batman, and I actually support that. I support him being Batman. Have you seen him? He's got that Bruce Wayne jaw, like that fucking comic book square jaw.
I don't even think I've seen him campaigning for this shit.
Oh yeah, no, he's
This is news to me.
This is what he said. I'll just play this. This is the only thing I'm saying on it, and then we'll do Deadpool or Daredevil.
Shouted from the rooftops, I want to be Bruce Wayne.
Or he do got that brute ass
There I
chin.
Yeah, he's got that. He's got
I wanna
that. He's got that Bruce Wayne chin for sure. Now I
That
think
strong ass
Yeah.
jaw.
yeah, he would have to really bring that voice though, because his voice is a little higher.
I'm about to
than
say
I
that
thought.
nigga a little too jolly.
His voice was a little higher than I thought.
Yeah, no, that nigga need to get punched in the throat or smoke some cigarettes or something.
Yeah, he's gonna have to. You have to bring the voice. I also watched Crisis the other night. Crisis of Two Earths, DC. Batman, bro, is so fucking funny. When he was fighting Owlman and and he said, "You know what? It's the difference between you and me. We both looked at the abyss. The difference is you blinked." I was like, that nigga's cold. I was like, the fuck? We both looked into the abyss and you blinked. Some nigga told me some shit like that. You've got skeletons. You've killed people. Like, I'm like,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
What do you even say to that?
That shit was so funny. Okay, but Daredevil. So Daredevil is getting 2 seasons, is where they currently are with it, and a bunch of set photos have come out for Daredevil with John Bernthal bloodied up. John Bernthal is obviously getting everything he wanted in returning as the Punisher. I think Charlie looks great in the costume as well. The Daredevil costume looks great. We've seen some of the behind-the-scenes photos with Bullseye. I think those photos are in here as well. We've also seen the behind-the-scene video of John Bernthal's Punisher coming from behind the dumpster and shooting White Tiger in the head. There's some other set photos or videos currently. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing on this. But he looks good. Yeah, he looks good. So some of the things that we do know so far about the show. There was something that got shared, a picture. I don't think I have that picture. I don't even think it's on here. I don't think they put it on here either. That's still playing. They didn't put the picture on here, but it was a set photo had provided the picture of the first look at the Anti-Vigilant Task Force, and that task force, and this is coming from the group that I'm blocked on, that I have to get on my burner, one of my burner Twitters to see their shit, because y'all all tagged me in some shit, and by association they blocked me. But they said the Anti-Vigilant Task will be working for Mayor Fisk. He is going to be using his criminal organization and the task force to get rid of street-level vigilants like Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, Kate Bishop, and etc. And I think we're obviously going to see these things played out in Spider-Man. Spider-Man will be mentioned in the upcoming Daredevil series. He will not appear in Daredevil Born Again, though. So that was always kind of a up-in-the-air rumor. I never truly believed Spider-Man was going to show up in Daredevil Born Again, but he will be mentioned by Fisk. So Fisk is going to mention him, and that's kind of exciting, because that'll be the first time that Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin will say anything about Spider-Man. So we'll get to see that.
He's been wanting to do.
Yeah, for a long time. So we'll get to see that, and then we'll see the task force played out a little bit more within Spider-Man 4. But as far as Daredevil Born Again goes, it is going to be 2 seasons. We're not completely sure if that's 2 seasons is still 18 episodes or if it's condensed down, but it is still going to be the 2 seasons. So, and it is going to, I believe, be Marvel's top series, even higher views than what Loki did, higher views than what WandaVision did. higher views than what 97's doing.
Do you think releasing episodes week to week hurts shit instead of just putting the whole season out and letting?
I think it can build the anticipation and the conversation in between, but I still think you can still have that same conversation without the anticipation, obviously.
Because I don't think everyone binge watches. I think some
Not
people just
everybody
watch
do.
a
Yeah, some
couple
people
episodes. But the thing is, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of just because some people get that. I feel like the average attention span these days are just shorter than like even 5 years ago, because just being introduced to TikTok, all shorts, like we're used to just scrolling and shit. And so if like 1-2 episodes, like I think official EMG said, yeah, get past the first 2 episodes of Invincible, and it's like, that's hard for me nowadays. Like, if I watch 2-3 boring TV episodes, it's hard to like wait another week and then watch that. And so it's like, that's kind of the question. Do you think releasing them all at once would kind of bring in more views, because it's like, okay, that episode was ass, but I already have the next one, even if not just saying for Daredevil,
Right. No, I mean,
or even Marvel in general. I don't know. I think that's kind of just a question.
I think that, I mean, it's something that they definitely could try. I personally, I think that for them, they do the week to week thing just because it's, people talk about it in between, and it builds that anticipation, and then people that, you know, again, you can still get that same thing if you released it all at once. It's just not the, I really don't know. I don't know why they don't just do them all at once. But,
See, and I don't know. I only ask that because a lot of Daredevil fans too, they're not even really Marvel or comic book fans. Like, some of them really just watched that shit on Netflix, liked it. They're not really into all the MCU lore and shit. And so, I don't know. There could be some issues with some people, like, oh, this is it, 1-2, boring, I'm not, wait another 3-4 weeks. Like, some people might just want to wait till all of it's out.
Yeah. I don't know. But, yeah, that's what we got. That's the topics there. We'll do a few here, because I do have to go and make a run.
Brian said, Aries, don't forget to check out Avengers Assemble Season 5. It's all Black Panther and pretty dope.
I've actually been watching Avengers Assemble. I told you I've been watching a lot of different shit, so I actually have been watching it. I'm not there yet, but I have been watching it.
William said, why are they mad at Spider-Man? I mean, Fisk has always wanted vigilantes out, but I'm pretty sure fucking New York's last memory of Spider-Man is he killed Mysterio, and now they still remember that, just not his identity. So
he's not even, from what we heard in rumors or plot, something for the story, he's put Peter behind him, and he is more so Spider-Man than anything. You know, last time we saw him, he doesn't know anybody. This is obviously going to be time after that film. No one knows him, so he's going to be more Spider-Man than anything. It's fine with me.
We didn't get too many new ones. Let me see. Jay Namakai said, wait, so if Galactus is going to be in the F4 movie, does that mean we're going to get 2 versions of him, the F4 universe one and the MCU version? If they do, then they should do the Swarm Galactus and the OG.
Possibly, or I think it might still be the very same Galactus from their universe. Because if the plot is still the plot, Galactus wins in their last fight with them, and that's what destroys their.
See, this is something I don't know. There's more than one.
What, Galactus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Different variants.
See, I didn't know that shit. I thought there was just one nigga going around different universes and shit. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's more than one.
Did you see any? I'd have to scroll up hella.
I say officially MG said season 2 of Invincible is better than season 1. You just got to get past the first 2 episodes and it starts. I like season 2. I still don't think it's better than season 1 because I'm on the finale. I just haven't watched it. I'm watching it tonight though.
I will agree. Those first 2 episodes are boring.
Yeah. I do. I'll tell you who I like a lot more in this season. His girlfriend. I hated that girl in season 1. Oh, but she is so much better in this season.
That's pretty much it.
Okay. Well, like I said, I
And
do.
Raymond said, "Storm better be as dark as my elbow." Said if Storm does not look as dark as my elbow, they can keep it.
I'm ready for it all. But I'm we're gonna try something new too. The X-Men 97 reaction is going to be played in a live stream instead of. It's going to be edited. Like I've already edited. I'm almost done with it. The reason I didn't finish it, Capone got out. I didn't find that motherfucker till like 5 p.m. yesterday, so I had to find my kid. But I'm almost done editing that, and then the
Like
next one.
premiere it,
No, like
or actually in a live.
like I'm going to set a live stream, and then that video is just going to play the entire live. I'm not going to be in the live. That video is just going to play the entire live. That way that the conversation can happen while we're watching and things like that. So you're still basically watching together.
Shit, you
in a
might
way.
want to then premiere it, because if you premiere it,
Oh, yeah, I'll
it'll
premiere
post
it.
that, but
Yeah.
it'll automatically upload as well.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
video
That's what I'm gonna
after
do.
the live. So I was gonna say,
That's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna try that. We're gonna try that, and that'll be out probably this weekend. And for episode 5, maybe if Q's caught up, we can try to do that to where we're both watching.
yeah, I'm trying to get caught up tomorrow morning.
Yeah, so
Get
we'll,
off at 9. We got I'm off the weekend. Got shit planned.
yeah, definitely check
Try
it
and
out.
honestly finish Invincible and get caught up on 97.
I'm gonna finish Invincible tonight. I'll watch this new episode of Bad Batch tonight as well. I know Cad's in it. I didn't know that, so I wasn't gonna watch it because I'm kind of done with Bad Batch. It pissed me off in the last episode, but Cad's in it, so I'm gonna watch it. But I appreciate everybody being here. Again, X97 reaction should be up soon, and that's going to be the live stream version of it. That's how I'm going to try testing doing lives now or not lives, the reaction videos instead of just posting them as regular. It'll be posted after as a regular video, but as it premieres, it'll be the live stream. So be looking forward to that, and I appreciate everybody being here.
Yep, sure.
cover-
Good to see all y'all. Hear
Yeah.
from all y'all.
And like I said, I've tried to stay on track this week with getting videos out every day this week, and that is I have Friday. Friday videos will be out. If there's news big enough on the weekends, I will always pop in. But if not, then I'll see you guys on the next Monday. But I will see you guys tomorrow as well, as far as whatever news is coming out. But appreciate everybody being here. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and we will see all of you guys in the very next video. Again, thank you for more Marvel news. See you later. Peace out.
Yes.
I'm so sorry. I had to come back really quick because Marvelous D asked me what I thought about the Good Times animated. That shit is trash. It is not in the vein of what they ever set out for Good Times to be. I don't even know what. Like, bro, when I saw that trailer, I said, "What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this shit?" So yeah, I had to come back in here for that. But no, fuck that Good Time shit. That is not what they ever set out to do. That is disgraceful. Boycott that. Don't watch that. But anyway, like, subscribe, share with your friends. See y'all later.